What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my month 10 video update on my Achilles tendon rupture that I recovered from non-surgically with the early functional rehab method. I consider my recovery complete at this point. I no longer consider myself injured. I am fully capable. I can sprint uphill. I can do cutting, jumping, running, all things I want to do. I feel no limitations. I feel very happy, and this will be my last video because of that. So I just want to give you my last update since my 8-month one. Things have progressed. I plan on still progressing more, but right now I consider myself recovered and happy with the recovery. I'm gonna shortly here show you some videos that I've taken. Some were actually before 9 months, some were somewhere between 9 and 10 months, and now I'm doing the speaking part, just real quick to kind of tell you what happened. I feel good. I'm going to show you the videos, backflip into a pool, sprinting uphill, doing single leg jumping for distance, all great. My sprint was sprinting uphill on my toes was fast now. It doesn't feel weird, doesn't feel different. There's zero limp, feels great. My jumping on one leg, both legs are about equal, almost 20 feet, so no limitations on the injured side. Did backflip into a pool, which was fun. Nice to be able to do that again. And just general shuffling and cutting and shooting hoops and doing whatever I want is now back. So I'm going to show you those pictures. I'm also going to show you a picture of The Rock. Look at his calf. He had surgery in 2006, and his livelihood is him being in fantastic shape, and you can still, when you know that he had the injury, look and identify the injury very easily. So I'm going to post a picture of that as well. After the little video highlights of my capabilities, I'm going to go over the pros and cons of what life is like at 10 months post-injury, and that'll be it for my recovery series. All right, so in those pictures of the picture of the rock, you can really see, which leg has a smaller and kind of more bit higher calf. It's pretty clear one side's a bit different than the other one. So his was with surgery, and his livelihood is being in fantastic shape. So if that was his recovery, I'm pretty happy with mine. Doing the non-op in the last 10 months, it's been crazy. So I ruptured my Achilles right before the holidays. Then we had the COVID lockdowns, which pretty much prevented any physical therapy professionally. Then in the birth of my third kid, then my pharmacy was destroyed in the riots in the United States. And then finally we moved. So lots of stuff that would prevent you from rehabbing. So I did my best to just do it when I can on the stairs, when I'm standing, just doing those reps and loading the Achilles and the calf the best way I could, just within my daily normal life, not committing any chunks of time to it, just doing it wherever it fit. And that worked well for me. So I recommend walking on your tiptoes whenever you think about it, walking backwards, doing the calf raises on the stairs, or just when you're standing. You can squeeze in a lot of recovery doing those little things. If you're early on, you have to limit yourself. Then as you get to where I'm at, after 6 months, you can really do as much as you can. So the recovery as is, my calf is still at least 3/4 of an inch smaller than my other calf. So the gap is narrowing between the two, but it still has a distinct, noticeably smaller. The muscle belly looks a bit higher as well. My Achilles is still much thicker than the healthy one, but it is, again, shrinking. So hopefully those gaps, those differences, as time goes on, they get less and less. My heel raise, when I just stand freely, no balance, no assistance, no leaning, no anything. My healthy leg, I can get 3 inches from my heel to the floor, no problem, maybe 3.5. With my injured leg, it's like 2 to 2.5. So like 60 to 70% of the good one. So that's just the fact of the matter. So those are the limitations of recovery. Based on most of the literature, I linked to it back in the first video, there's limitations on heel raise height for anybody recovering from this injury, whether you have surgery or not. So those are my specific ones, but I'm totally psyched about my recovery. 10 months in, I don't feel injured anymore. The only time I do notice it is the first thing in the morning. I'm still really stiff, very noticeably stiff still in the morning. It takes about 15 minutes and then it's gone. So never has caused me any issue, but still a definite part of my experience at 10 months. So my final word on surgery versus non-surgery is it depends. So for me, for my lifestyle, 37, I'm very active, CrossFit, half marathons, mountain biking, skiing, running, jumping, shooting hoops, running after my kids. I would say I'm on the very athletic and active scale of people overall, and I would still recommend non-surgical for someone like me because no complications, really good recovery, and I can't ask for much more. If you are someone who's a professional or just someone who wants the very, very, very best possible outcome, and 2% better outcome matters to you, which there are plenty of people that would be true for, surgery probably still provides that, I would say. Not it provides it, it provides the potential for it. So let me be very clear, it does not provide it as a guarantee, it provides the potential for it, because you can really tighten the tendon, pull the calf back down. So there is a possibility that surgery would potentially give you a slightly better outcome. And the studies don't really indicate that it does, but I think the potential is there. But with that slight potential comes a load of risk, really high infection risk, which can cause problems of their own and lead you down paths of much longer, much worse recoveries. So if you are a professional athlete and you're 23 and you're paid to be athletic, I would say get the surgery. If you're a 30-something who just likes to do sport for fun, or older, or 40 or 50 or 60, I would say don't. And pretty emphatically, I would say don't. The benefit just isn't enough to warrant the risk. So, that being said, I'm not anti-surgery. I'm not, by any means, but for my circumstances, my kind of case, I think it's a pretty clear answer what the right therapy is. And then for the few, I would say very few people who fall into the camp of every possible percent of athletic capability being recovered, those would be the surgical candidates. So with that said, I hope this video brought you some good insight, and this will be my last one. So, good luck with your recovery and be well.